What we've got behind me here is Dungeness, the first great headland you come to when you steer west down channel from Dover. It's a strange sort of headland because it's made entirely of shingle. It's a shingle spit, and you'd think that the first tide would just wash it away. But it hasn't, and it's been there a long time. I think it's been there since the Romans, and it's certainly been there since the Vikings came, because anything that's called Ness in this country is a Viking name, for sure. Now, in the days of sail, this place was very different from what you see now. It's quiet, there's just a couple of yachts trickling past. Out to seaward there's a few lumbering container ships going down channel, going about their business. But here, in 1870, was a different world. There were the Trinity House cutters, big heavy ketches, putting pilots on board in all weathers on ships bound for London. There were schooners, charismatic schooners coming down from the Low Countries and Germany. There were pirate pilot vessels, little guys working for themselves who really didn't ought to be there, but they were beavering away too, doing the best they could. And so it continued. But imagine the ships. There were bluff-bowed coasters coming up from the West Country, schooners loaded with slate for London, coming from Wales, paddle steamers coming down from Liverpool and Glasgow, and the first of the screw steamers, the packet ships, coming in from New York and Boston. Meanwhile, up channel, running before the southwesterlies, would come the clipper ships with the tea from China, skysails set, stunsails out both sides, logging 17 knots and looking at the pilot station longingly but not wanting to stop. They couldn't stop because coming down behind them, like a cloud from the westward, was another clipper ship, also running as fast as she could. And if the first one hove to grab a pilot, well, that was it. The other one would have been gone and would have gathered the bonus money for being the first up the London River with the tea. This is what was going on then. When those ships reached Dover, they'd have to stop. They'd have to bring in the stunsail booms, clew up the topsails and take a tug to drag them up against the west wind into London. And the pilot would very likely come on with the tug, the last ditch that they had. But my word, what a scene. Empire booming, Northern Europe coming on, the beginning of the industrial world as we know it. And it was all centred here at Dungeness.